What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Happy to see you guys. It's kind of a cold day today here in Kansas City, but we're about to get going on our cold calling. What's going on, Jonathan? What's up, bro? Thank you guys for being here this morning. We closed on our fix and flip property in Kansas City. Super excited about that. Made a 55K profit in just a little bit over 3 months. Sold that property on the market, and it was only on the market for 14 days, despite all of the freezing cold temperatures that we've been getting here in Kansas City. So, gosh, super excited about that. All right, we have a lot to kind of go over today. We're going to go do some follow-up here on some of those leads that you guys sent over. We're going to be calling them right now. Let me see. Let me go ahead and just find them here. If you guys are just joining me and you guys are just kind of tuning in, we're cold calling leads here. We're doing a little bit of follow-up. Started a little bit late today because we had our closing for that house. Hey, Lucia, what's up, girl? I'm actually gonna call your leads this morning. We're gonna get in front of them and see if we can get them an offer. So give me 1 second here. First one, we're going to be trying this one here on 123rd Street. See if we can get them an offer here shortly. So let's just tune in. We're calling these leads. I think this one Lucia sent over yesterday. Out in North Miami. So let's see if we can't connect with that one. Let's try this other one here. 1 second. So remember, you guys can send over your leads and we can call them live here on TikTok, and you guys can just kind of sit back and watch me kind of call these leads live. So Lucia sent over a couple of them. One of them was on 123rd Street. That's the one that we just called right there. Lucia, let's see if we can get the wife maybe. So this one is facing foreclosure, right? Okay. So maybe what we need to do is maybe just send them a quick text. Let me go ahead and just do that here. 1 second. And then I think you had to send another one too, Lucia. So let me go ahead and jump on that one here. So this one we're still prospecting. Doesn't look like they've answered today. So we'll keep it inside our prospecting kind of follow-up drip. We'll send them a quick text message here a little bit, just so we can keep working on these leads. Let me see. We have Lucia. I think you sent 2 of them. Are you local to the Miami area, Lucia? So this is David. Let's see if we can get Mr. Juan on the phone, or I guess this other one here, 120th Street. 120th Street. you're local to Miami, one thing that you might be able to do is just go door knock these, go door knock them, and just kind of let them know, um, that you're trying to help them out. See if they'd be willing to at least listen to a couple of things you got to say. I can kind of walk you through what that looks like if you have never done door knocking. If we can't lend these on the calls, I think that would be a better way of kind of getting in front of them. Yeah, what's up, Nayeli? We have we have three people on my team: myself, my two VAs, and then I've got a local guy here in Kansas City. All right. Yep. So this is the other person you sent me. I think Ophelia. Ophelia, is that the granddaughter? Okay. Yeah. So we're calling these foreclosure leads right here now that you guys sent over. So we're following up with them right now. Yeah, Lucia, so if I were you, I think I'd go door knocking. We've tried them twice, so let's add them to our door knocking kind of route and go go hit those up. I think you'll probably get a lot better um, traction that way for sure. Let me see. I'm gonna try to do a couple things here. I'll try to see if I can maybe do some deep diving in them and maybe find somebody else that would be related to them. Hey, David, how's it going? It's Hector. Good, man. Good. Hey, are you? I'm not keeping you from something busy, are you? Oh, not much, man. Just want to run a couple of scenarios by you, see if we might be able to get this deal under contract and get going. So maybe I can give you a call later this afternoon. Yeah, no problem. Sounds good. Uh, Our lead down in Orlando. We're also gonna wrap that up today. So let me go ahead and just kind of talk to these folks and let them know that we're gonna be wrapping this up today. So if you guys got leads, if you guys have leads that we want that you guys want me to call, I'll be more than happy to call them here live for you guys. For running comps, bro. So one of the things that I do is I look at the properties that have sold in the area, anywhere between 2 to 3 months, especially if in this market, 2 to 3 months out within the same kind of block area. You don't want to go too far out. You don't want to cross big, boundary lines like highways and things like that. Um, and so just kind of look at those properties and then also take a look at what type of property, like the style of the property, make sure that that is all the same year build, and then just kind of work your way backwards from there. Multiply that after repair value times 0.75. Subtract kind of like any of the property condition and then obviously your fee, and then that should give you your maximum allowable offer. Be a little lenient on, try to be as conservative as you can, because a lot of the times, like, that's what your flipper is going to look like. So make sure you're thinking like a flipper. Make sure you're thinking like the end buyer. Kind of think about like what they're going to be, how they're going to be looking at this property or this lead. Let's see, we've got a couple of them here from our VAs that they sent in, so let's go ahead and call them up. So let's call this lead here. This was sent in by our VA yesterday. I do square footage whenever I'm doing, it's like an estimate of the rehab. This is a big property too. 2 bed, 1 bath. Let's call her back. Free resources you can look at, bro. Redfin, Zillow, and just look at kind of like what the property sold for in that area, and kind of that's going to be your best guesstimate if you want to do it for free. All right, let's go ahead and just send her a quick text. What's your best advice on how to get started? Okay, if you're getting started just from ground zero, right? You need to understand where your value comes from as a wholesaler. So for me, that means, bringing value to my end buyer, because that person is the one that's going to be the one that pays for my assignment fee. So the one thing that I can suggest is go and find yourself one reliable end buyer that's a cash buyer that's buying multiple leads, that you can develop a good relationship with, bro. Pick their brain, ask them exactly what they're looking for, and see if you might be able to kind of just put together a buy box. If you want a little bit more insight, there's a link in my bio. You guys can set up a one-on-one call with me, and we can kind of go over this in a little bit more detail. And the other thing is, guys, actually let's see, next week on the 26th, that's Wednesday the 26th, we're going to be doing a 1-hour kind of wholesaling 101 webinar for you guys that are getting started. And it's going to be completely free. You guys can come in and we can kind of just chat it out about how to get started in wholesaling. That link should be available for you guys here soon. I'm on TikTok, bro, because I like being on TikTok. I'm making my calls daily. If you follow, if you've been following me for a while, you can see that. That's what we do. If you want to come over on YouTube, you can see me kind of working my leads here as well. Quit the cap. There's no cap here, brother. It is what it is. Okay, so this property sold. Thank you guys for the love, though. Appreciate it. What got you into wholesaling real estate? So my background is actually in architecture, bro. And so with wholesaling, I just kind of wanted to get into more of the real estate side of things. And so I started, listening to Bigger Pockets. One of the things that kept coming up was just wholesaling and, you know, how basically you just need hustle to kind of get your first deal done. And so, yeah, it took us a little while to kind of get to the first deal, but after 3 months of hard work, we were able to cash in 35 grand on a deal. And, that was just a proven concept to me. I was like, okay, well, now I can use this as an idea to get started, right? Um, and so that's just kind of like how it started taking off. And then from there, buying, wholesaling got me into more of the rental space and then into the fix and flip. So it really just kind of like been a stepping stone for me. Let's see if I can call this lead real quick. You don't need a license, no. If you're trying to leave your 9 to 5, you're gonna have to put in some work, bro. Like just set a good plan in motion. What I did was I would go drive for dollars in the morning, 5 in the morning, to try to get some leads, and then in the afternoon I would call my leads. So like during lunch, and then in the evening, I would call my leads, and I finally put like together enough money where I was able to pay for a down payment on a duplex, lived on one side, rented out the other side, and then from there I just started scaling. Like I've got this is my second duplex I'm living in right now. I'm here in Kansas City, by the way, Anai. So that's kind of like what got me into wholesaling. Okay. The love, guys. Thank you. Yep. Hi, Joanne. Oh, Joan, how's it going? Sorry about that. Yeah, my name is Hector. I think you spoke with my assistant about your house on Weiner yesterday. Yeah, you don't recall. That's okay. I know you probably get a lot of these calls. Just wanted to see if that was still something that you were looking to sell. Okay. Okay. I was calling to see if you were interested in selling the house on East Weiner. Yep. 750,000. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I buy houses just to either rent out or fix and flip, but would definitely be able to kind of talk some numbers if we might be able to make it work. But 750 is quite a bit for a house, don't you think? Yeah. Is that what it's zoned at? I see it as a single family residential on my end. Oh, for sure. Uh huh. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. That's probably just because it's associated to your name, and you probably don't live in Kansas City, right? Yep. Exactly. That's exactly it. Yep. That's kind of like what we do as well, and we try to see if it makes sense to just kind of make you a cash offer in case you don't want to deal with the property out of state. Sure thing. Okay. No problem, Joan. You don't have any fixer uppers here in Kansas City we can look at though, right? Okay. Okay. No problem. Well, Joan, I am a cash buyer in case the situation with your realtor doesn't work out. I'd be more than happy to put together an offer for you. Have a good one. Yeah, that's it right there. I mean, they don't want to sell. I'm not going to force them to, right? There's no sense in entertaining anything like that. She wants 750 for this, dude. It's a 3-bed house, and it's also like in a single family residence. I mean, you got to be kidding me, dude. Some of these people need to wake up. So let me just go ahead and put her as what we do is once my VA kind of identifies it, I put him into a cold follow up so that he can follow up in like 3 months from now. Um, so, and I'll just put on here, she's out of state, uh, asking 750K for this for the single family residential. Wants to come into town to see the value. Not interested in the cash offer. This is a long term follow up. Or if he identifies it as not being interested when he calls, he puts it into the not interested bucket. But at least we give it another shot. How many deals should I make a day? I'm at school and play sports, busy from 7 to 5. What up, brother? So we can kind of talk about more numbers. So if you are pretty busy, this job does require you to kind of do a lot of volume. So, like, in order for you to be successful and actually put up numbers, you got to be making uh, at least, I'll say, at least like 20 calls a day. But you have to be committed and just make those calls every day and even on the weekends, right? You're not going to get a deal. You're not going to get a deal right off the top. What's up? What's up, Tech? Oh, it's fucking fabulous, bro. Closed on our flip this morning, and the title company actually said that we got a little bit more of the proceeds, so ended up being a 56K deal. Um, so yeah, been wonderful. Made a couple of offers already. We have that deal in Orlando. I got a bunch of good buyers for it that have been interested, bro. Haven't gave out the address, but just kind of put some fillers out there for us. So now we just need to lock that baby in, and we're gonna be looking at a good assignment on that one. So I feel blessed, brother. Thank you so much for asking. Hopefully your day is going well as well. Let me know if there's any other deals that we can kind of hop on and make some calls. I'm just gonna keep going down my list here of the things that I have to get done today. Got a couple of deals that we're excited about. Everything takes time. Just learn from mistakes and keep pushing. That's up. That's it. That's it right there. PPC or cold callers. Just cold calling, brother. Just cold calling. Cold calling is what got me started. Eventually, we'll get into more of the paid stuff, but still trying to grow that up. I don't use batch leads. I use Deal Machine for my big lists, and then as far as the dialer's called. So it's a little bit different system. It's not just man, I was really excited about this house, but he doesn't answer me anymore. Thanks, Nayeli. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to share. It helps a lot. Anthony, what's up, bro? Here from Kansas City. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. We're just dialing out here our numbers that have been identified as leads uh, from our VA. So if you guys want to see a little bit more, like we have, you know, that one-on-one that I was mentioning, and we're also going to have our webinar. So I'll have a link for you guys here shortly, probably today, where we're going to be going over like one-on-ones, how to do like wholesaling from top to bottom, you know, how to basically get all of your questions answered on how to get started wholesaling. That'll be next week. So be on the lookout for that. If you guys follow me, I'll drop that link in my bio, and then I'll post it around so you guys can also register for that. It'll just be a 1 hour webinar where I'm just coming in, talking about wholesaling, giving you guys the ins and outs, um, all for free, right? All you have to do is register, and you know, you guys can ask me questions inside our Zoom call. Let's see if this guy answers maybe my other text. All right, here we go. Let's make some calls, guys. Hey, Mr. Miller, how's it going? This is Hector. I'm sorry, sir. I don't. We spoke last year. I don't know if you remember me. I called you about a property on Independence that you had sold. Okay, so it's still with the renter. Okay, yeah. Well, is it okay if maybe I get the address to kind of go and kind of do some underwriting on it? Okay. 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 Yeah. What's the story with this one? It's okay. Okay. It's got the one car garage. The one car garage. Okay. Um, I'm looking on here. It looks like a really nice little ranch, single level. Okay. How's the neighborhood around here? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like some nice sidewalks. Yeah, looks pretty good. What about this store or the property had you thinking about selling? Okay. Oh, they did. Very good. That's great. I love to hear that. Perfect. Well, on this one here, do you think it's gonna need new updates throughout? How long were the tenants in the house for? Oh, okay. So definitely gonna need a little bit of work. Okay. Are you coming into town to take a look at it once they vacate? Okay. Okay. Well, it does seem like something that would definitely fit like our box. And you said it had a full basement. Okay. What else can you tell me about it? How old are the mechanical systems? Okay. 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 Yeah. Sorry, I was just taking a couple notes down here. Did you have this just as part of your portfolio, or what was it that you were intending to do with it? Did you just have this as like your portfolio, or did you have like any other plans, like once the tenants vacate? Oh, okay, 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 perfect. Well, you said about 30 to 40 days on this one. Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what was your sell price? Okay, when are you gonna be back in town? Okay, that puts us like at the beginning of March. You'll be here like right around the 1st of March. Okay, that's on a Saturday. Maybe we can meet up and see if we can go over the property. Yeah, that sounds good. Just out of did my phone pop up on your phone the right way? Sometimes it's been kind of glitching out on people. Okay. 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 Perfect. I think you might have then have saved it at some point. Can you just repeat it back to me so I know it's the right one? Mine. That's it. All right, Mr. Miller. Well, I'll just set up a reminder to give you a call maybe on Saturday, March 1st. Uh, if you're around town, I'll come by and take a look at the house with you. All right. Thank you, sir. Let's go. Let's go. That is a great opportunity. That's awesome. How many calls did that take, guys? How many calls did that take? Right. So we've been here for about an hour, made a couple calls, and that turned into a really good opportunity. Not saying that it's a deal yet, right? We still need to get a couple more details out of him. Um, but the property will be sold vacant. He's a tired landlord. He sold a couple off, so it's just about building that rapport. What's going on, Nick? Yeah, we use Deal Machine all the time, bro. So now it's just a matter of following up. Remember, the follow up. The game is in the follow up. So you want to make sure that you have a good CRM uh, to help you track these leads. So with the CRM that I use, it's called REI Sift, and it helps me kind of sift throughout all my properties and stacks them really nicely for me to call the most motivated leads. Um, if you guys want that link again, it's in the bio. You guys can go check out all of these things. There's a link in the bio for everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set them up with a follow up for next week. Give them a call and set it up for the appointment. Corporate owned homes. Yep. Things that are owned by an LLC, you definitely could. What type of list do you pull? So we have our VA who pulls county lists. So these are lists from code violations, probates, pre-foreclosures, evictions, divorce, inherited, all of that. He pulls that on a daily. The other lists that he pulls are also high equity lists, senior owner lists. Vacant and absentee are populated inside REI Sift um, every day. So I don't really have to deal with that. But those are the main things that I'm looking for, people who can actually get, that want to sell their property. Can you explain equity? Yes, sir. I will. Give me 1 second. Matthew Delgado, you physically go and look at the property. I do. I do. I like to build, that one-on-one rapport with people, especially if it's local. Um, I enjoy walking the properties. I enjoy going to the properties and shaking hands with people. It's just part of the business that I like to do. That's why we don't do stuff in the hood anymore, because I've gotten into a lot of problems with people out there. But and then let me see. Can you explain equity? Yeah. So equity is basically the difference between what the property is valued at and what they bought it for, or how much they owe. How much? Okay. So the county lists are all free here in Missouri, bro. There's websites you guys can go look at. The county clerk. Thank you so much, and I appreciate the love. I appreciate you guys sharing these. Thank you so much. So this is a hot lead. I mean, guys, literally, you guys have seen me maybe make a couple calls, and now we're setting up these appointments, these opportunities, and that's the thing that a lot of you guys don't do. Is just you get discouraged because nobody's picking up the phone or nobody's answering your guys' calls or whatever. Dude, stay consistent. It will happen, and if it doesn't happen, keep pushing forward. It is what it is. It's just part of the game. It's part of the game. Staying consistency. It's consistency, consistency. That's all it is. Let's keep making these calls here. How do you find buyers once you have the contract? So you can find them different ways, bro. You can go on Facebook and post it around there. Wants to call towards the end of the month. Still not sure what he wants to do with the house. Wants to call later. He works during the day, so it's best to try to reach him after hours. Still wants another month. All right, let's call Mr. Eric and see what he thinks. We don't need an attorney. We'll use an attorney for bigger like problems, but we use a title company for everything. I love this. Keep on coming with the questions. Tell me what. Hey, how's it going, Eric? It's Hector. Sorry, it's Hector. We spoke last year about the house on 59 Terrace. Okay, yeah, just kind of had it on my calendar to give you a follow up. You think that there's still things in the works, or yeah, it got pretty nasty these last couple of days, huh? Yeah. Okay. Well, when would be a more appropriate time for me to follow up? Okay, right around March, you think maybe April? Okay. All right. Yeah, no problem. I'll give you a call then. Okay. Bye. Fuck that up. I probably should have been a little bit more. Hey, can you follow? Save my number or give me a call if anything changes, whatever. But we've called them 9 times now. This lead has been in our system for oof, a couple months. Notarized contracts. Notarized contracts. What does that mean? How does creative finance work? So creative financing, bro, all it is either the seller is financing you the property as if they were the bank, and this typically happens whenever the property has all of the equity, right? Like they own it free and clear, or if you take over an existing mortgage that's subject to, and you can do it as well. I mean, those are all kind of creative formats. Those are two creative, the most popular ones. So, what is the importance of a title company? So, the title company, bro, all they do, and this is important for you guys to educate your sellers and buyers on. A title company is the house where the transaction is going to happen, right? The title company makes sure that your contract, the A contract with the seller and the B contract with the buyer, are legit, and that the title work that's going to be for the property is free and clear of all liens. They handle the transaction, the money between all of the parties. They handle the communication between you, then the seller, you, and the buyer. It's still your job as a wholesaler to bring both of them together, right? To get that done, you're going to have to deal with a lot of issues between both of them during the whole time. And so the transaction company or the title company is really just a transaction company. It's like, it's just kind of cashing in. And they're the ones that actually release the check and everything to you. All right. So that's a good lead. Just got to follow up with it. I keep making these calls here, guys. If you guys have any leads that you guys want me to call, if you guys have anything that you guys want me to follow up on, uh, send me a message on Instagram or here on TikTok. I'd be more than happy to jump on a call, make those calls for you guys. If you guys are kind of having trouble closing deals, I can do those for you as well. You can book a one-on-one with me. Yeah, and I do business in Colorado. I'll work with you guys wherever you guys are at. So when should you contact the title companies after you begin to? You send the contract, bro. So once you get a contract with the buyer or with the seller, you send that over to the title company. The title company will make sure that everything about that contract is legit, right? And then you go get the contract from the buyer, and then you go do all of that work with the buyer. You send it in, and then they work together, right? And that's whenever they put together all of the proceeds, and they give you an alta, which you then are going to show you all of the breakdown for the assignment and everything else. That's awesome, Nick. Appreciate you, bro. And I'd be more than happy to work with you, especially if you have leads out there in Colorado or anything, really anything across the states. I'll work with you guys. We have like a partnership right now with people in Orlando, Miami, New York. So we're doing deals all across the state. I just use my Missouri LLC. Andres, if you have more questions, bro, I suggest that you book a one-on-one with me. That'll be the best way that we can actually talk about these deals. And if you have any other questions, like it'll be a Zoom call live with me, and we can go over any questions you have. I got this seller. Are you able to see how much my offer should be? Yeah, bro. Anytime. Sounds good, Anai. Appreciate it. Mr. Brown. Tried calling him a couple times, but he didn't answer. Let me see if I could call him now and see what he says. Sounds good, Tech. I got you. How many hours do we call? So I'm on here from like 9 in the morning until 6 in the afternoon making calls, whether that's cold calling, following up, talking to buyers, talking to private lenders. I'm on the phone. Like that's the thing is like if you want this to be a legit profession, like you got to get on the phone. You got to not be afraid to make those calls. It just takes time, and you got to be okay with that. But when you do get them, you get your payoffs. That's you're making calls and you're making 15K for just a call. Appreciate the follows. Thank you so much. Let me take a look at my Void Tech here. Okay, 1975. Okay, let's take a look at these numbers. Thank you so much for the love, guys. Don't forget to share this live. Helps a ton when it comes to the algorithm and stuff. Let me see if I can invite Tech on here. Tech, what's going on, bro? Are you able to jump on here? If you can, let's see if we can. Tech actually was one of the guys that booked a one-on-one with me, and we're working towards closing a couple deals. The hardest part of wholesaling, if I'm being honest, it's probably finding like a good motivation. Good motivation is hard to find. So if you can find some good motivation leads, right, you're able to close on more deals, and then the consistency part of it. So hey, what's up, Tech? How are you, bro? Yeah, not too bad, man. I wanted to kind of bring you on here so we can discuss this deal real quick. Um, Let's see. Let's take a look at it. So the property itself, 2-1, right? It's a 2-bed, 1-bath.
Near 1,000 square feet. Just talk to the seller. She's a renter. She rented this property out and basically just wants to take her money and run. But when I was on the phone with her, she was saying she wants like 3 something. Just because of the properties around her home.
Yeah, it's because of where she's located. Yeah.
So.
Okay, let me take a look at what's sold here. I like that it's close to the lake. Does it have? Yeah, it is. What's the condition like?
It's so she has tenants in there. The roof was updated 9 years ago. AC was 4 to 5 years ago. The plumbing was done 2 to 3 years ago.
Okay.
She had a landscaper that went there and he's done an alright job, she said. But it still needs some work done, but nothing like extremely.
So you think it's pretty turnkey?
Say that again?
You think it's pretty turnkey?
Yeah, I think it's good, but it's not like, the work. I just don't know what exactly where I should be at with this one.
Okay. I see that it's for sale by owner on here. And she's got it at 419. So she's willing to take 300. It's been on there for 42 days, so we can kind of assume that her price is pretty high on Zillow.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah.
Let me take a look real quick, bro. That other one though, that other one in Orlando.
The one that we talked about last week.
Yep.
All right, what's going on with that?
So that one, I have a follow up with him this afternoon, and dude, I've been getting like some really good feedback from folks.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I want to see that one and see how you are able to handle that seller right there.
Sure thing. Sure thing. Let me see. Let me draw around here. So honestly, dude, like, what's her reason for selling? Have you talked to her about that?
Yeah. So it was something to do with her brother that used to live there, and then she kind of put tennis in there. And her motivation is like she wants to sell it, but it's not a need. But if the right price comes around,
yeah.
But yeah, I told her I was like, I can get you if I throw you a good number. My main thing is I'll get it sold within, get it closed within 4 or 5 weeks. But she was like, just don't lowball me, and I was like, all right.
Yeah. So okay, so a bit of a reality check for her is that there's a 2-bed, 1-bath.
Yeah.
That sold for 330, right? Down this or in the same kind of neighborhood. It's kind of turnkey also.
Okay.
So 330, around 330, we can kind of say 330, 370 is because there's another one right next door to that one that's over 370, also a 2-bed, but it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So I think like your intuition of being around 300 is ideal as an ARV.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't know, because I was thinking around 2 something lower.
Yep. If she wants cash for sure. So yeah. Let me ask you this. Okay, can we maybe structure something creative with them?
What do you mean?
Would she be willing to sell it on terms?
If I called her, I feel like if you were, she's a pretty lenient person, so I feel like if you were to call her and ask about that, because I don't know exactly how that works.
Okay. Yeah, let me send me the number.
Yeah, I'll send you her number, her name too.
Yeah, send me that number. Let me go ahead and call her right now while we're on the live. All right. So a lot of the times when, like with these sellers, whenever they're wanting a little bit more than what their property is valued at, you got to kind of find where do you bring value? Where do you bring value to this lead? Where do you bring the opportunity to either soften the hardship that they're facing, or like maybe sometimes they're um,
Yeah, just
all right, brother. Let me go ahead and give her a call real quick. Give me 1 second here.
she's already aware that I have a partner, so that should
Perfect.
be good.
How's your day going?
It's going pretty good. I just got up,
Okay.
10 o'clock, just started calling.
Yep.
It's going pretty good right now. Trying to get another closing.
Let's do it.
See the one I got right now.
Let's do it. All right. Let's see. Let's call her up. Can you hear my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. What's her name? Lynn? Hello, Miss Lynn. How are you doing? This is Hector. I'm working with Tech. We're looking at the property here in Winter Park. Yes, ma'am. I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. Perfect, perfect. Well, yeah, like I said, my name is Hector. We're looking at seeing if we can maybe put a couple more properties in our portfolio. Wanted to kind of just run a couple things by you and seeing if we're going to be a good fit. I think towards the end of the call, what I can do is I can try to either make you an offer or kind of tell you a reason whether or not the property qualified for our portfolio. Does that sound okay? Yes, ma'am, I am. Well, Tech is actually my partner. He kind of just helps me see if the property is going to be a good fit, and then he kind of sends it over to me. Um, so basically, I want to get the full story on this. So he told me a little bit about the tenant situation. Um, what else had you kind of thinking about selling this place? Okay. How long have you been a landlord? Oh, okay. So you've gone through the whole ringer. Very good. Have you always just kind of done your work here in Florida? Oh, okay. Very nice. What part? Oh, okay. I've got a brother out in Charlotte. Yeah, so I'm kind of familiar with that area. Well, so you said your kids live in at the property, or okay, okay, perfect. Well, as far as like the condition, Tech did tell me a little bit about it. But how's the neighborhood? How's like your neighbors to the left and to the right of you? Oh no. Okay, okay, yeah. Did you know them personally? Tech, write that down, bro. Okay, I see. Yeah. Well, let's see here. It is a two bed, one bath, right? That's what I'm seeing on my end. It's a 3-2. Okay. On the county, it shows as a 2-1 with 992 square feet. Where are the other spaces? Okay. Did you guys do some remodeling or? Yeah. Okay. But each one of the bedrooms has a closet and all of that good stuff, right? Like it's an actual bedroom. Okay. Yeah. I know a lot of the times, like people try to squeeze them in without, you know. Okay. Yep. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. So relatively everything is up to date. Where would you spend the most money if I kind of just came in, gave you a Home Depot credit card? Where would you spend the most money on? Yes, yes. Like usually people tell me, "Oh, I would renovate the bathroom or the kitchen needs like a facelift or." Okay. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so pretty turnkey looks like. Okay. Yeah, I mean it sounds like a great place. So I do see that you had it on Zillow, right? Okay. Have you had very many like people kind of meeting your price there? Hmm. Who are you? Oh, nice. Mm, okay, okay. Oh, that's kind of like what you're looking for. Yeah. Okay. I see. I see. To kind of pull the trigger on. Okay. Yeah. Let me ask you this: Would are you? I mean, you've been in the game for like 25 years. Are you thinking about just rolling this into a more investment opportunity? No, no. I have my so Tech is the one that's local. I'm actually just outside of Kansas City. We're planning on going out there, but that's why asking a couple of the questions about the neighborhood. Hmm. Sure. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That is pretty crazy. Mhm. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, of course. So ideally, right, the 385 seems like a pretty sweet deal. What would be like the number that you were kind of hoping to hear at least? Yeah. So 400 is the bottom number. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah. What what is the property rent for? Okay. Is there any restrictions for like any short-term rentals or anything like that there? Yeah, yeah. Is there an HOA? Okay. Okay, okay. Let me see here. Let me take a look. I'm looking right now at the some of the comparables in the area to see exactly where we're maybe able to come in at. Um, Let me ask you this: if for some reason, our cash offer weren't, acceptable or doesn't really work with you, are you open to maybe something more creative? Yeah. Like, I know in the past what we've done is we've worked with folks that, unless you're gonna go buy a Ferrari or have like another huge investment that you're gonna, you know, cash out on. What we've done in the past is we, uh, pay your asking price. We give you your asking price, like the 427, 430, in exchange for terms, right? So you become the bank and you sell or finance the property to us with with some interest on the monthly payments. Okay. So 5 years would be the shortest you would do. Yeah, 5 years would be the shortest you would want to do something like that. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. What would be the ideal terms for you? Yeah. I think to be honest, I don't know if underwriting will give us as much as like you're asking right now. We obviously want to continue buying a few in this area too, but a little bit more distress would probably help us. Just sweeten the pot a little bit more. But I do like the area and the property. Um, mhm, mhm, mhm. On the side, if we do the terms though, like what kind of down payment and what kind of monthly would you be willing to consider? Okay. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Well, so here's what I can do right now. I'm gonna take these numbers back to my underwriter real quick. Can I put you on a 3-minute hold just to kind of get this over to them? Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and run this back, and I'll call. I'll just kind of hop back on the call here shortly. So don't go anywhere. Okay. All right. Hello. All right. So she's on mute. All right, bro. So we got a good deal here. We got a good deal here. So we can buy this as a seller finance deal. Um, depending on how much work she needs, right? Depending on how much work it needs, we'll probably just throw in a clause of 15 to 20 days inspection. But I do see a comparable that sold not too far from here, 2 bed, 1 bath, around 10, 20 square feet, 540. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna offer to buy it for the creative terms with maybe like a what's 5% off of 30. So right now she's still on mute. And this is all part of like the sales tactic too. So like let's offer like 20 grand for the down payment. That's right around 5%. And then the monthly, let me run some quick numbers. Give me 1 second here.
By the way, I wrote down the address of the owner.
Yes, sir. That's another good lead, bro. Let me go ahead and just kind of put my numbers in here, wholesale, on these calculators. My seller finance calculator, 1 second here. So if we can give her 120 for the house and give her around 20 grand. Okay, let's do 10 grand. See what she says. And the going rate right now on an interest is around 6. So let's give her 5% on the interest, 30-year with a 5-year balloon. We'll do 7-year balloon. And that gives us monthly of 2,200 for that. And then what did she say we could rent this out for? 2,400. So that gives us 28,800. Insurance, fuck, I don't know what insurance is over there, bro. $2,400 finance. 2%. Fuck, this is gonna be tight, dude. I don't know if the financing will work, honestly.
Just because she wants that high number.
Yep. But we have her on hold, so that's fine. Let's see. I like Matthew's idea. 450, 40K down, 1K monthly, check Zillow, no interest, and 7-year balloon. I like that. I like that too. Yeah, because we're basically needing to come in and be able to make some cash flow on this after all of the expenses and shit. Um, I don't think we need to include that much on here. Maybe 5 grand. Closing, seller down payment, closing, holding. Okay, so potentially that could work. Let me see. 5 down, 10, 5, 6%. because we can turn this into an Airbnb, bro, and this can actually cash flow really well. But the problem is at the end of the 7 years, we'll be left with a payment of 334, which I think if we were to sell this house at that point, we could definitely fucking make that up. So let me go ahead and just unmute her in 1 second. Hello, Lynn. Yes. Okay. So just wanted to get a couple of more details here for you. What is the insurance and the taxes on the property? Okay. What happened? Did she hang up? Fuck. Gosh dang it. I think she hung up. Give me 1 second. This is a good deal though, bro. Like we can make something work from it. Hey, Lynn. Um, I got 1,300 a month for insurance, but taxes. Okay. I don't know. I have no clue. To go out after you, huh? Okay. Sure, sure, that's fine. Mhm. That sounds about right. No, that's okay. That's okay. Let me just go ahead and just put this in like as a base. So let me give me 1 second. I think they should be done here shortly. This is the last bit of information they asked for. So give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. All right. So she's now giving us the insurance. Bro, I think I've got a way to maybe make this work. So we're gonna hit her with the seller finance option. Okay. Our goal is to try to get her to accept somewhere around like 15 to 1600 a month. So that way we can make up the rest of it. Yeah, I put like 1300 on property for $100 for a month for insurance taxes. I put in 100 for capex, 100 for management, 100 for vacancy. That way we just on a base as a rental would cash flow $400 a month after all of the expenses. Now, if we turn this into a short-term rental, obviously that would definitely go up at that point. So let's go ahead and just let's see what happens. Give me 1 second here. All right, Lynn. Okay. What is a good email for you? Okay. Okay. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, send you over an agreement if this makes sense. Um, and ideally, like, what were you thinking of? Like, if it works out, what's kind of like your process? What do you want to have happen next? What would that look like? Okay. Yeah. Perfect. And your kids would have 30 days. Your the tenants, your tenants. Ah, okay. Sorry about that. I thought they were still living there. Yeah. Perfect. 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 Hmm. 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 Okay. Perfect. Okay. So I've got a number for the creative side. Okay. Tell me a little bit and see if what you kind of think. Okay. So on the seller finance side, what underwriting is kind of sending over is that we could do a purchase price of 400 with a 5% down payment, and your monthly would be, let me see here, it's around 1670 a month with the 7-year balloon. Let me see. Let me take a look at this. Okay, so I see what they're doing here. So it looks like they're giving you a 5% interest over 60 years on the amortization. And so the balloon payment after the 7 years would total out to be a total payoff of $531,636.48. Okay. Okay. So I'll send that over to you. Yeah. Yeah, there is actually. So the other offer that I have on here, or the other option, is it's called our retail buyers program. And so what that is basically what we're going to do is we're going to come in and get it, more show ready, the property show ready. And the offer that actually came back is like right at 400 as well. But we're the ones that are actually going to go in and market the property and list it, and just you kind of just sit back and wait for us to be able to get it rehabbed and understood. Understood. I understand. Yeah, no, usually the people that like we work with on that are, people that are out of state and don't want to deal with all the cleaning up and stuff like that. So, mhm. Okay, gotcha. I'll send you a breakdown of it. Yeah, I think it's just I think what they're trying to do is get a positive cash flow after um, insurance and taxes and stuff like that. Um, yeah, exactly. All right, Lynn. Well, I will send that over to you, and of course, if anything changes, please give us a call, and I'll try to touch base with you maybe in a day or two to see where things are at. All right. Thank you so much, Lynn. Bye. All right. I mean, dude, we shoot a shot and see what happens. The one that we made, I think would have worked, but she's obviously, an investor herself, and she's not going to go for anything that's going to basically get her out of making the profit. So, yeah, let me go ahead and send her an email. She's definitely like, basically the only thing that you have leverage here, bro, is the only leverage we have here is that she is not wanting to deal with tenants anymore, right? So she doesn't want to deal with tenants anymore. So what we need to do is just offer her like that convenience of, hey, look, listen, if we're doing the seller finance deal, you don't have to deal with picking up after the property. You don't have to deal with any taxes and insurance. This is all pocket money you're collecting every month. And if anything happens, like we'll be able to write a promissory note and deed in lieu of foreclosure so that you can feel secure that the property, is going to be paid off. If we can get this one done in a seller finance deal, bro, that's cash money every month. Yeah. And in 7 years, we'll be able to flip this and probably make 500, 600 on it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be, I guess, my first investment property.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and write up an email with all the terms and stuff for her.
Yeah. Okay. While you're doing that, you're really gonna like the next one. It's a three bed, three bath. It's been on market for 193 on Brompton.
Okay. Have you try to see if you can find the owner on that.
Yeah, his name's Lewis.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Are you not wholesaling? Yeah, we're wholesaling, bro. Sorry, I'm reading over here the comments. Yeah, we're wholesaling. We're but that's the thing that's a beautiful thing about wholesaling is you get to pick the ones that are, you cherry pick pretty much the properties that are the best of the best, right? So if this one can cash flow and make you some good money, why wouldn't you just take it down? And it sounded like she's very receptive to it too. So
yeah, I think everything is just you want to get it done, but as long as we're not with all her.
Exactly.
They'll offer 250 and then I would lost it. So.
Exactly. Yep. So let me go ahead and. So you buy and hold. Yep. I buy and hold. I flip. I do everything. All right, brother. Well, let me put this together. Get some notes or do some lead qualifying on that other one. Hit me up if you need me to go in and actually maybe present an offer.
The next one.
Yep.
All right, Ben. I'll get started down there.
All right, brother. Good hearing from you.
Sure.
All right, dude. Bye.
It's my first time.
All right. Let's go. So that was great. That was a good call with Tech. Tech actually booked a one-on-one with me, and we've been kind of dealing with a couple of properties out in Florida with him. So this is actually a pretty good fucking deal. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna put it as a hot lead for now, and I'm gonna send her a quick email while we have her on the phone. And since there's no restrictions on short-term rentals, I'm sure we can get this one done. Good stuff this morning. All the time, bro. Cali properties, New York properties, whatever you guys have in the works, we'll be more than happy to make those calls and structure some sort of deal. But see, even she was going through the motions. She was going through the motions as the way that we were kind of talking about it. And she's like, "Oh, okay. So you want to make around $500 after all of these expenses and stuff?" I'm like, "Yep, that's exactly it. You got it." So she understands it, and it's almost better to kind of talk to people like that because the conversations are just more fluid, right? How you calculate your numbers. So I have a calculator. It's a seller finance calculator. Let's go. Drive for dollars in Illinois. I hope you're using Deal Machine. If you guys want that calculator, maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe join our group and see. I'll probably send it over to you guys, or let me know if you guys would be interested in it. I'd be more than happy to provide it for you guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yep. Blow this up. Share, like, and follow, and DM me. So I can get you that calculator. Actually, you know what? Book a one-on-one with me, and I'll send you the link to it during our call, so that way you guys can go out and do some creative financing. Okay, let's. So we need to send this lead an offer. Again, guys, we're using REI Sift to kind of just get everything done. Are you cold calling? Yes, sir. We just got done making an offer on a property in Florida from one of our guys, Tech, who was following us here, who booked a one-on-one with me. So take advantage that we're live. We're making calls. Hola, Elizabeth. Pero Saraí. Saraí. Ok. Ay, disculpe, se me trabó aquí el nombre. Mi compañero habló con usted sobre una casa ahí en la 18. Se llama Willy. Ajá. Sí, ajá. Sí, nada más que no sé si, bueno, ¿usted la está queriendo vender así como de dueño a dueño o cómo? Ok. Ah, sí, bueno, le dimos una vuelta. Está la casa como que recién remodelado, la están remodelando, ¿no? Ok. Sí. Es la primera casa que se iba a aventar. Es su primer proyecto que se iba a aventar. Sí, yo me dedico a esto. Pero sí, o sea, ahorita ya como están un poco más caras las casas y el material, o sea, se entiende, sí. Así. ¿Cuánto tiempo lleva con la casa? Y está sentada ahí los 2 años. Oh, wow. Ok. Sí, sí, yo, bueno, yo tengo a mis contratistas, ajá. Pues mire, la verdad, la casa sí me interesa, pero creo que el área es la que se me hace un poquito difícil. Am, ¿ya la, ya la intentó de ofrecer con un agente o un realtor? Ujú. ¿Cuántas recámaras tiene? Pues está pelona. Mira. Ok, ok. Y pues eso sí está difícil. Sí, ok, sí. Sí, ahí es la cosa, está en que ahorita ya la gente no, bueno, no nos gusta arriesgarnos mucho por lo que está sucediendo, ¿verdad? Con la economía y todo lo bueno, ya se fija los huevos cómo están de caros. Eh, entonces, bueno, yo le tengo una idea. ¿Usted cuánto le debe a la casa? Ok, ya la pagó. ¿Cuánto está pidiendo? Así como está. 80. Hijo eso, pero 80, bueno, porque hay una casa que se está vendiendo acá en la Lister en 110 y ya está terminada. Am, 80 es lo que le metió usted o cuánto le. Ah, ya. Pues mire, yo le voy a sugerir varias cosas y así siendo sincero, porque no creo que yo sea su comprador, pero siendo sincero, yo creo que una casa de este tamaño aquí en esta vecindad ya terminada se va a vender entre unos 90 a unos $100,000. ¿Ok? Ah, entonces, de ahí usted tiene que pensar como inversionista y le va a tener que restar lo que va a ser o sea, para terminarla. Que si va a necesitar electricidad y todo lo de por dentro, más o menos le calculo yo entre unos 60 a 80,000. Entonces, ahí nos tienen como un valor mm, dentro de 10 a $20,000 para poder comprarla y poder todavía generar una inversión, o sea, un return. Um, la podemos ofrecer de dueño a dueño y a ver si alguien la quiere comprar como en pagos. Es que sería la mejor manera, porque yo no creo que yo pueda comprarla. Le digo, no me gusta el área. um, no me gusta esa área como para hacerlo yo, pero sí tengo gente que compra ahí. Bueno, mire, si usted está pidiendo cash, así como para salirse rápido, le sugiero que lo máximo que puede ofrecerla van a ser como entre unos 20 a 30,000 cash. Como me lo está contando, ¿verdad? Porque yo estoy pensando que usted me la está contando como un proyecto desde cero, que se tiene todavía que pedir permisos, planos, electricidad, plomería, tubería, insolación, kitchen, sheetrock, tape, mud, trim, paint, flooring, light fixtures, hardware, o sea, todo eso va a ser fácil entre unos 80 a 100,000. So, si la quiere vender cash, yo le puedo ayudar a tal vez venderla cash, pero vamos a tener que estar entre unos, como le digo, entre máximo 20, 30. Si la quiere ofrecer de dueño a dueño, tal vez podamos pedirles que nos den 50 por el purchase, pero con un down payment o unos pagos mensuales. Le está cobrando. Ujú. Ya. No. Sí, no, es que es una inversión muy grande, oiga, y luego lo que va a pasar es que usted no le va a sacar nada de provecho si es que se logra vender, porque si usted no tiene mucha experiencia en este tipo de proyectos, se va a delatar sacando permisos con la ciudad, se va a perder tiempo y dinero con los contratistas que no terminan bien el trabajo. Mi sugerencia, si usted está entrando en este negocio, es cut your losses and move forward, ¿verdad? REI Prime Solutions. Mm, sí. ¿Usted de dónde es? ¿Usted de dónde es? ¿En dónde? Ok, sí, sí, en Estados Unidos. Ok. Sí, sí, o sea, porque hay muchas veces que la gente no es de aquí de Kansas City y viven fuera del estado. Ajá, ya. Sí, pues mire, yo me dedico a comprar y a vender casas. Yo trabajo con gente así como usted, todo el tiempo, y mi plan de negocio es poder darles a ustedes la oportunidad de hacer un buen flip. Ah, entonces, yo la puedo poner en mis contactos como compradora, y yo le mando unas casas que yo sé que van a revenderse a buen precio. Am, pero, okey, siendo bien sinceros, en esta casa de la 18, ¿cuál sería su número así, o sea, lo más bajo que aceptaría para poderla quitar de su perfil? O sea, para que ya no. Sí, ajá. Ujú. Okey. Mire, vamos a hacer esto. Déjese la mando yo a unos compañeros que compran de este tipo de casas así full remodel, que necesitan todo el trabajo, y veo más o menos qué ofrecen ellos, y ya yo le marco para más o menos ver si le queda bien esa oferta. Yo, en mi punto de vista, Saraí, para que usted empiece a hacer proyectos y se le quite ahora sí que la presión de tener esta casa ahí vacía, que se le vayan a meter la gente o que le vayan a seguir hablándole de la ciudad, es venderla, quitarse de ese problema, quitarse de ese estrés y empezar de nuevo. Ujú. Yep, 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 that's what I'm saying. Y luego si su plan es comprar otra casa, no quiere estar pensando de que alguien se le va a meter a la casa otra vez. Okey, okey. ¿Puede mandarme su correo electrónico a este teléfono? Okey, perfecto, gracias. Sí, claro que sí, ya está. Sí, si usted si usted me manda su correo electrónico, yo la pongo en mi base de datos para marcarle cuando yo tenga algo disponible. Héctor, Héctor Martínez, sí. Ándale, pues. Ándale, a usted. Bye. Alright, so we got a potential lead right there with somebody that ran out of money on their project. Yeah, that is a good call. I think she may take 40K. Yeah, I think she'll take even less than that, Valencia. So she started at 80, and you just talk through the deal with them, let them know the reality of things. She started at 80. She dropped to 50 in an instant. And now I think we'll probably get her to drop down even lower. I know what she paid for. She paid 10K for this fucking property. But it looks like she did put in a lot of work, but the area is not the best. So let me call one of our buyers that just popped up here. It's a lot. You guys, this is the life of an investor, full time. Hey, Cassie, how's it going? This is Hector from Facebook. Give me a call whenever you get a chance. Thanks. Can I get a wholesale deal with zero money? Wholesale is zero money. So we're gonna put this one on a hot follow up, and then I think what we need to do is just follow up with her and see if we might be able to lock that deal up. Like even if you make 5 grand on it, dude, there's people, you know, that's something. So like I told her, it's not the best property, it's not located in the best area. Yeah, she doesn't have time to call people back from Facebook. She don't you know what you're gonna get into when you start doing this more and more is you're gonna understand that buyers are liars, but sellers are worse, right? Owner and wife are deceased and calls with family members. Dude, that is the perfect property, Tech. That is a perfect property. Let's see if we can find um, any sort of other relatives that may know them. Yeah, try a cyber background check if you haven't done that already. Yes, sir. That is a great property right there, Tech. If we can get in front of them and just say that we're potentially going to buy the one next door or something like that, see what we might be able to do. Those are the best deals. The ones where you run into dead ends with phone numbers, because you know that half of the people that are actually looking or calling them are also just stopping short. So those are the ones that I call the first to market, right? So that's a good lead right there. So I'll probably call that other lead here in a couple of hours, bro. I'm actually about to hop off and go get some lunch. So if you guys haven't already tuned in or followed me here on TikTok and Instagram, we'll be jumping back on after lunch. Got a couple more calls to make today. And don't forget to book that one-on-one with me if you haven't already, so that we can get started. So I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Hopefully you guys got a lot of value. And yeah, we're going to be locking a couple deals this afternoon. Have a good one.